The sky is silent, the land is red, the air is poison, and you are completely alone. This is the terrific world of Mark Watney, where even one wrong calculation could be the end. This book, The Martian, written by Andy Weir, is a breathtaking story where science is your only weapon and hope your only fuel. The story begins with a disastrous dust storm on Mars that forces NASA Ares 3 crew to abort their mission. In the chaos, astronaut Mark Watney gets flown away from his station. The rest of the team leaves the planet without him, presuming he was dead. Yes, Mark is still alive, and yes, he is left alone on a planet with little to no food, oxygen, water, and worst of all, no human beings. No one to hear his voice, no one to share his thoughts with, and no way to call home. Sounds like the worst camping trip ever, right? But here's the amazing part. Mark isn't ready to give up. With just his science skills, leftover potatoes, and a great sense of humor, he fights to stay alive while waiting for rescue. Now, what makes this book so special is how funny and intelligent it is at the same time. Even when things go wrong, and trust me, they really do, Mark's sense of humor keeps us laughing. Also, his smart approach in using science and maths to solve his problems like a mad scientist baffles me every time. For example, he grew food in the Martian soil with his own waste as a fertilizer. Yes, it's gross, but it really works. Born on 16 June 1972, the author, Andy Weir, was a computer programmer who loved space and science. He wrote books as a hobby until people really loved it and turned this into a bestseller and even a movie starring Matt Damon. Now let's talk about the books in our message. This story isn't just about space. It's about the power of the human spirit. Mark is left alone on a planet where no one has ever lived before. Yet instead of giving up, Mark turns every obstacle into a challenge worth beating. He says, "Okay, I'm not dying today," and he keeps trying. This shows that problems are a part of life, but how we face them defines who we are. This helps us realize that survival is not just about oxygen and food, but also about the will to keep going. About how knowledge and positivity can keep us alive even when everything around us fails. As Mark Watney himself quotes, "At some point of life, everything's gonna go south on you. You either accept it or get to work." Will Mark Watney find his way back to Earth, or will Mars claim another life? The only way to find out is to turn the page and keep turning until you reach the last one.